Welcome back, everyone, and I think that was loud, but anyway, yeah, welcome back to Brazil. It's 1945, actually. I've just realized this. It's been a while since I played a game of Hearts of Iron 4 and went this far in, but yeah, that's fine, I guess. And there we are, maintenance company. The problem with the maintenance company, I mean, I'm gonna add it to my armor. It's just that I'm kinda scared of what's gonna happen while it's, you know, reaching the troops. Because it usually does some kind of weird shit. There we are. Damn, that is a lot of Americans. That is a massive amount of American troops. We're gonna need to take them all out. Of course, we still have problems with our resources. Is there any way we can... Nope. Not really. No resources for sale anywhere. Bloody capitalism. This is obviously capitalism's fault. Wants to prevent the Workers' Liberation Army from doing its own thing. And as you can see, our California troops are just advancing really fast, which is amazing. Because this is where a lot of American factories are, as you can see. I wonder, though, where the most? Probably the East Coast. Yep, looks like the East Coast is by far the most industrialized. So once we reach there, it's going to be the economic sort of heart of the United States that we're going to be able to rip out. Of course, right now, the advance towards New Orleans is pretty slow because of the marshland. In fact, we're probably using quite a bit of equipment. Yep, we're losing quite a bit of equipment just by moving around. Unfortunately for the Americans right now, we have a pretty good breakthrough going. And so we're going to be able to just kind of smash through their units up here. Oh, there we are. Let's advance towards the city. Just slow them down with the infantry. We should be able to slow them down enough. That's 6 days, and that's 5 days. Perfect. So New Orleans is going to be ours. And our armor is just going to push through. These infantry divisions don't really matter. What I want to do is I want to encircle these 19 divisions down south. Netherlands, no. Montenegro, no. Persia, sure. I'm fine with a Persian non-aggression pact. There's really no problem with that. And an Ottoman one. It's just that the Middle European countries, I don't want to enter non-aggression pacts with those countries. Okay, let's get some support to those guys. As you can see, a lot of the American troops just do not have any organization left. It's pretty great for us. It's going to allow us to advance pretty far without really major issues. There we are. Up here, it seems like we're going to be able to encircle one American division. Which is pretty okay. We're going to continue advancing north. And I feel like the western coast is going to be wrapped up pretty soon. We're advancing to Portland, and soon enough is going to be Seattle, without much of an issue. And then it's British Columbia. So, of course, Vancouver, Victoria Island. Both of those things, pretty okay to capture. The problem is, once again, the most important thing is the east. So let's continue the advance up here. And, ooh, naval battle. Well, okay, so it looks like we got into a naval battle that I did not really realize, but we did manage to sink a battlecruiser. An Entente ship. Interesting. Well, that's good. It's giving our ships some experience. Naval invasion, naval invasion, naval invasion, bases and low supply, that's fine. That is all fine. And, well, how are things going up here in Georgetown? Well, not good. Of course, Entente armies are reaching this destination. The problem seems to be that they don't have a lot of supplies because, well, I do not know. I do not know why. Partially, it must be our convoy raiding. Let's extend that to the Demerara plain so that they get less supplies. Of course, it's just a low supply region in general. Our allies are keeping this lid fairly tight on them. They're not really allowing the enemy much of an escape path, so that's pretty fine. Eventually, we're going to be able to send up some more troops once, of course, the American front is a little bit more secured, but that moment is not now. Still need plenty of forces up here. Still need plenty of forces. And our encirclement is shaping up to be quite doable. Yeah, just checking out that everybody is advancing. Because at this point, the Americans are in such a bad shape that basically all my troops can advance. Yeah, pretty much everywhere I have units. Wait, what's happening with you guys? Yeah, something like that. They're gonna get assigned on their own, most likely. And here, we're gonna be able to destroy a few divisions and still advancing. Yeah, we want that airfield. We want that airfield for ourselves. Great, airfield is ours. That means we can advance up our aircraft line to the northwest of the United States. You guys... Yeah, we need some of you here. And we might have naval superiority even in this region. Yeah, we do, but it's not something I'd rely on, so no naval invasions for now. Oh, great. We're about to finish off that encirclement, which is pretty amazing. Feel like we're going to be able to encircle all those guys because their organization is just non-existent. No, 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 no. All Mitteleuropans. I don't like Mitteleuropans. And once this encirclement is complete, I'm going to reorganize my armor lines. Because right now, as you can see, they're starting to get pretty spread out. I want my armor to be tightly together into tightly knit together into one fist. Like, I know that the initial plan was to spread out the armor and send some to Chicago and some to Washington, but I feel like just keeping it all on the East Coast is a better idea than what I had before. So after I take Mobile, and I finish off this pocket, I'm gonna, you know, halt. Give the halt order. Oh my god, Hitler, why do you give the halt order? You idiot. Hashtag Hitler won the war for the Allies by giving the halt order. No, just being a rambler. Just retarded history ramblings. Well. Yeah, just continue to advance. I mean, I'm not sure how the Americans got their army in such a bad shape, but I'm not gonna complain necessarily. And as you can see, my mountaineers up here, the Argentinian mountaineers, have basically secured all of the Rockies. They're gonna advance towards Spokane up here. Isn't that like, yeah, it's Washington State. Although I'm not sure this is actually Washington, but whatever. I'm pretty sure there's some resources up here. Oh, it's here. Some steel in Idaho. I guess, get some stuff in Idaho. If we control the state, we're gonna get some nice steel, at least for Mexico. Let's see. Yes, Mexico now does have steel. Amazing. And now, well, now we don't need any of these guys trading with us. Well, partially. Partially. At least we're gonna cease trade to like all the Mitteleuropa countries, at least, because we don't like them. We're only doing it because we were forced. Yeah, as you can see, we really do not need all that much steel. And ooh, even Japan was trading with me. No, not Argentina. Japan. Yes. Cuba's fine. Ottoman Empire, you were already at 0. This guy, you were already at 0. Norway, 0. Sweden, 0. So finally, economic independence. For us, I guess this 12 is not really needed anymore. This 6, not really needed anymore. And these trades, also not really needed anymore. And I guess you. So great, we can get our steel just from Mexico, which is really to say from the United States. But that's great, great. Flanders Wallonia wants us to sign on. No, go away. This gives us a lot more civilian factories to work with, as you can already see. We are using some of them to build up our dockyard capacity. That's fine. Because, of course, we want to produce more ships. And, ooh, looks like our airplanes are getting involved, getting a lot of convoy destructions. Great. So, as you can see, now everybody is mostly in position. So, let's get the armored troops. We're going to reassign them in a new way. They're gonna do this. Birmingham can already be taken. That's pretty fine. Yeah, they're gonna assemble in the Alabama plains and then just kind of strike out east. And might as well hit these guys while they're low on organization. Attacks of opportunity are always fine. Of course, there's some things happening in Europe, as always. You guys should probably just strategically redeploy. Hello? Why are you not doing that already? I have no idea. Because there's way too much forest in the way for you to actually move fast right now. More naval battle. Yeah, it looks like they're not sending their carriers against us. Why could that be? They don't really have that much of a navy now, do they? The US still does, so why are they not sending their carriers against us is, well, strange. In fact, they seem to have some of their heavy cruisers on convoy ready. That's cool for the AI. I like that. Looks like our guys are starting to encounter some problems. Let's see if we can do this. If we can encircle these 5 divisions, that's going to be a nice blow. So just kind of like keep them occupied. Oh, that was quick. So once the Americans get their act together, it gets pretty hard. Actually, no, just come up and take that province, because that's going to surround that American unit. No. And then just send you to finish that. And then I can do this and surround the American units over here in Oregon. Unfortunately, the Americans have units here. Huh. Yeah, they're starting to redeploy a lot of troops from most likely other fronts. And they are giving us some problems. Giving us some big problems. Wait. I'm pretty sure I had told you to do this. I hate how the AI sometimes just kind of decides, hey, look, your front line is not what I like. I'm gonna change it. Wish that you could literally just turn off that feature. Sometimes it's very useful. Sometimes it's very not useful. So as you can see, my armor is just gonna push east. At this point, I feel like I need the reserves into place. Wait, what? Oh, right. So I guess I can just kind of do this. So this is gonna be my eastern flank force. Something like that. Whereas this other army, which is now starting to be stretched pretty thin, something like this. I'm gonna stop your planning right now. And then your objective is, of course, still gonna be to advance in Central America, although I feel like it would be better to just do this. So this is gonna be the army that advances on Chicago. This is gonna be the army that advances on the East Coast. Good. Of course, most of their job is just going to be to follow up on what the armor does. And, ooh. Garrisons. Why are you not? Oh, okay, good. I was like, why is he not reinforcing? Atlanta's gonna be ours, the old capital of the American Union state. And why are you not strategically redeploying like I told you? I have no idea. And we're gonna just try to settle down our defensive front line in some areas. In fact, probably everywhere it would be a good idea to just kind of settle down and think about what is happening. Especially you guys. Because I just don't want bad things to happen. We have a danger of getting overextended, so that's kind of what I want to avoid. So right now we're just going to use our advantages, that is mobility speed and surprise, to get the Americans to, you know, be very, very confused about their situation. Great. So that's a multi-layered encirclement. They have absolutely no way of responding to it. Really now. Chromium. Why? Probably because you're out of convoys now, are you? No. You're not exporting any. Why? Limited exports. I guess they just kind of went derpy derpy derp, and so now they're not exporting anything, even though they pretty clearly don't have closed economy. I mean, limited export still gives 25% of those resources to the market, and that's 100. Oh, that's why. It's because of the Canadians. The Canadians own this. Oh boy. How are you going to deal with that? Well, I might want to send the canal force. I'm probably just going to send these 4 infantry divisions to be a special Cuba force. Something like that. They are, you know, they're going to go to lovely Guantanamo. How the heck did they naval invade Cuba? I have naval supremacy on convoy raiding. That is like the ultimate you're not invading tactic. But oh well, it's fine. Let's just finish off these encirclements. Whoa, what are you doing? No. Just do this. There we are. Charleston about to be captured. Oh boy, Charleston. Yeah, I just constantly have to keep my AI from doing something stupid with the armor. And then you're gonna come back around because you don't want to get in the swamps of Florida, of course. Then you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna advance to Charlotte. Wait, no. That's not what I told you to do. That's literally not what I told you to do. Just do that, okay? I want to encircle him. As much as it's like not an important encirclement, it's still an encirclement nonetheless. I guess, yeah, we're researching this stuff. New infantry anti-tank, that's fine. We're way behind with the times on all of that stuff, but it's fine because it's stuff that whenever you research it, it magically gets implemented into your army instantly. So it's not like there's really a lot of urgency to do so. So we're brushing aside all the American infantry, and we got Charlotte. Let's continue to that port, whatever that is. No, I want all of you to be in that group. For some reason, some of my armor has decided that they're gonna go after, you know, Florida and the pockets. That is precisely what I don't want to happen. Because that's what infantry is for. You know, this guy, he's a little too close to the action. A little too close to the sea. I want him a little bit farther away. There we are. Why isn't anyone taking this? Just take that little thing, please. And somebody needs to defend your flanks because, well, for some reason they decided to not defend the flanks. Let's take a look at the air situation. At this point, our main air needs are in the southeast. The problem is, the airfield coverage in the southeast is pathetic. Like, there's one airfield over here in the Georgian mountains, and that's absolutely worthless. That's like completely worthless. So I might as well just not do that. Might as well just not do that. And, well, just keep the planes in the southeast, or southwest, I guess. I mean, there's not much else that I can do. The Americans don't really have any planes here, though. So I might as well get some air superiority. Okay, our Cuba guys getting into position. Yes, they are. Good. They are doing that, and for some reason, a lot of our allies are just doing derpy things. Very derpy things. And whoa, air wings and no missions. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's see. How about you help out the, you know, help out the Colombians in these naval landings? Because it seems like the Entente has managed to make landfall in the jungles. We don't want them just continuing that advance. So might as well make them know who the boss is. Just continue to get the stranglehold on them on every available front line. There we go. Yes, see, the problem is I don't want you to be like that. I want you to be like that. Like, in general, I just want the armor to be as concentrated as possible. Just keep them busy. Keep them busy, and the other division will encircle them. They're not going to win this fight 1v3 with the river being there. That's okay. And, ooh, that's an airfield. Amazing. It's an airfield for 600 aircraft, so there's going to be a pretty good... Ooh. So it looks like the Americans almost got to relieving their pockets, but in the end, that did not happen. Good. Pocket complete. And now we can advance towards Norfolk, which is one of the main shipyards. That's pretty great. Let's send up. These are 600 close air supports. So let's send up 300 close air supports, 300 fighters. No. 300 fighters, and then once we start to fight in the northeast, we are going to just kind of switch them around, because now they're much closer to that. So that's great. And there we are. Looks like they are gone. They are gone. So we're just going to continue our advance as much as possible. Of course, we have some weak, vulnerable flanks, but we have tons of allies that are helping us out with that. Come on. And then we're going to need to take care of bloody Florida, of course. Because we all know the Florida men. They're dangerous. You know, why do we have 9 divisions assigned to the pocket? Yeah. I want some people along the flanks as well. Just continue advancing up north, because that's going to take away the industrial capacity, which is the key to all of this. It's going to take away the industrial capacity. It's going to take away the political power as well, because that's Washington. Good. More support weapons. Just continue to improve the effectiveness of our armies in passive ways. And now I believe it's time to get our guys to the whole Washington stuff. Okay, let's just continue to move up our air forces as much as they can. Good. So we've got air superiority over the whole eastern coast. Somehow. Even though the Americans should have, like, millions of aircraft. They're trying to retake Norfolk with a couple of infantry counterattacks. But that's not going to work. We're going to manage to defend against that and then push up mercilessly. Just do that, and then please kill them. God damn it. Doesn't seem like we have the strength required to take them down. That's kind of annoying. As always, we need to be kind of careful about this flank, but it's not really that much of an issue, to be completely fair. We're just moving faster than they can respond, which is the whole point of blitzkrieg or whatever. And yeah, it's kind of weird how the Americans got their act together so strangely. At this point, though, I feel like you say you can advance, and it does look possible. However, yeah, your front line is stretched out a little bit more than I'd like. Maybe make it something like that. And then you do something like this. Okay, how are you? Oh, okay, well, apparently the Cubans have this thing under control. Well, sure. You never know with the AI. You just never know. Are our fleets still doing their thing? Yes, they are. They're still sinking convoys. That's pretty crucial. We need to sever, like, the Entente's connection between their separate island holdings, because that's, like, their main thing. They've got a lot of small. And we're about to take Georgetown. Well, kinda. That's mostly because of their lack of supplies. And looks like the Americans are bringing in tons of units to defend their capital, which is smart. But our armed forces right now are pretty strong up here. We have our best divisions. Stop. So laggy commands aside, we are doing very well. Let's see, if the medium tanks get in the action, we should be able to win. No. We just want to break through, get to Washington, and try to get an encirclement. Which it seems like is going to be easier than expected because the AI is helping us out with that. By sending its troops pretty recklessly and... Ooh. Well, sure. I guess you're not the Panama Force anymore. You are... East Coast. Can we make some localized offensives around here? No, the Americans just have way too many units scattered throughout the front line. Nope. Damn, that's a lot of Americans up here. A lot of Americans and also some Canadians. Understandably so, considering the situation of Canada. We never really got Idaho in the end, though. That's kind of sad. Oops. We need to be kind of careful. We are in danger of getting encircled in some areas ourselves. So we're going to need to be careful with that situation. Good. This is pretty good. However, I don't like how the AI just keeps widening that front line for no particular reason. That is just always something that pisses me off. The road to Washington, however, seems to be pretty open, and once we take that, I'm going to end the episode. Because I think we've done pretty fine for right now. We still cannot... Because this is advancing across a river, right? So that's why I cannot deal with these two infantry divisions. Problem is, I'm already flanking the river from the east. Rocketry projects, great. And now I get this for more aerotronics. These American divisions are not letting up. Let's see. Can we deal them a nice flanking blow? Probably. Look at these three divisions. They're in a bad spot. So that's a nice encirclement for us. I believe now... Come on, really? You're not chromium. Oh, no, you are. Okay. Give me that chromium. Chromium is pretty vital for our production of armor and ships, so... Definitely want to keep that in line. And now Washington seems pretty open to me. Need to get the medium armor across the river. There's some pretty bad terrain, actually, in the eastern side of the United States, but it's all fine. You are moving in. Great. Now we need to quickly squash this. Oh, damn it. That's not going to happen. Looks like they're going to be able to recapture some of these areas. In fact, they're going to be able to advance. Not good. Can we get any successes elsewhere? No, that's just way too many Americans. Way too many American troops all throughout the front line, in fact. So we're going to need to keep a defensive posture over most of our occupied territories. Would have been nice to get that encirclement, because right now the forces barreling down on South Carolina are very strong, considering. Yeah, we need to take Florida, because this, like, diversion in our flanks is kind of annoying. And, ooh, they landed in Mississippi, Biloxi. But I guess my allies can deal with this. Are there any other, like, retarded landings? Yes, there is one over here, but it seems like Central America has it covered. The landing in Colombia is being dealt with as we speak, and the Caribbean Federation is still kind of there, but we're dealing with it. And no Entente incursions anywhere else that I can see. That is pretty amazing. And yes, let's continue attempting to take Washington, because right now that is our main objective. I've learned my lessons, by the way, and I'm not gonna just tell them to go for Washington, because yep, I knew that that was a possibility, that there could have been just a lot of troops there. Let's advance towards the mountains, I guess. I don't like mountains, but we have to. In fact, now I'm also gonna attack this river province from multiple flanks, just to get that dealt with, because it's annoying. How is the situation here? Not good, but not that bad, to be completely honest. Let's try something. This might fail, but it might succeed as well. We have a bit of a better composed force this time, and I believe we have our Air Force helping us out with it all. And now we can move our planes to Virginia. Amazing. The problem is, of course, over here they have their Air Force, because that's what they want to defend. I am going to deploy some extra planes that I have in reserve. Good. We are in a pretty good position. And I feel like I'm going to end it for now. I know I said I was going to take Washington, but the time's really running out for me. So I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I will see you soon with some more Brazil. And yeah, unfortunately, our encirclement attempt once again failed here. But whatever, that's fine. We're in a pretty good position. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Have a nice one.